Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our forum discussion organized by PTR 3113, Cross Cultural Studies Semester 4, Diploma in Tourism Management by College Politek Mara, Kota Baru. My name is Fating Amaling, and I will be moderating this live paper session. So, my name is Fating Amaling. I just said that before. You can call me Ling, and I'm the moderator in this program. And today's program, we are joining by Mrs. Joyce. She will be attending this webinar very soon, and we shall wait for her present to attend this webinar. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the webinar. Okay, everyone. We apologize the misleading issues we're having right now. We're waiting for our special panelist, Mrs. Joyce, to attend. Right now, she's having business with other people, but don't worry, she will attend us very soon. For now, our topic that you may see in the title is about Japan's culture, and we will be talking about Japan culture in this webinar. So all of you may know Japan, of course you all know. And what do you like about Japan, honestly? Well, for me, I like the fashion style in Japan because the traditional clothes are kimonos and yukatas, which I adore because it is very cute and fashionable to wear. And also, they wear in festivals. So tell me in the comment section, what do you like about Japan culture or anything about Japan? I would like to know what you like about Japan because Japan is a very beautiful country. Even though it's small, it attracts many tourists. Mhm. You about Japanese food. Well, what is the popular food in Japan? Well, for me, Japanese food is it sushi? I like sushi. Sushi is original made from Japan, and even do you guys like sushi? I'm wondering because not everyone likes sushi. So, okay, everyone. Mrs. Joyce has finally arrived, and finally we can start this webinar. Yay! Hi, Mrs. Joyce. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Good
How
morning,
are you
everyone.
feeling?
Yeah, good. How about you? Ohayo gozaimasu. Can you
Excuse me,
hear me?
Mrs. Joyce. I can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder?
Okay, let me try. Can you hear me now?
Um, can you hear me, Mrs. Joyce?
Yes, I can hear you, but you can hear me?
Do you guys
Right.
can hear
Let
Mrs. Joyce? Well, I can.
uh, th-
All right,
can
Mrs.
you hear me
Joyce.
now?
Before we start our webinar for today, I would like to introduce our audience here about you, the special panelist for today. Our first panelist here is Mrs. Joyce, and she is from Japan Travel Bureau and known a lot about Japan. She will be talking about Japan travel and culture. It's a pleasure to have you here, Mrs. Joyce.
Yeah, hello,
Before we start
everyone.
our forum in details, let me explain about our topic today. Japan is a fascinating and multifaceted culture. On the one hand, it is steeped in thousands of years of deep traditions. On the other, it is a society in constant flux, with constantly shifting fads and fashion and technology development that constantly pushes back the boundaries of what is possible. This is part of what makes it such an interesting place to visit. If you're looking for something unique, you'll find it here. So, I want to add an extra information about this webinar. This which where we'll be having two sessions. We are now in the first session with Mrs. Joyce, and the next session will be our second special panelist. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Mrs. Joyce to deliver her presentation. Are you ready, Mrs. Joyce?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Okay, without further ado,
Is that you can hear me clearly?
what do you mean?
Can
Can
you
you
hear
hear me
me
now,
now?
Mrs. Joyce?
Yes, I can hear you. You
Oh,
can hear
yes,
me?
okay. I'm sorry for that. Okay, without further ado, I would like to welcome Mrs. Joyce to deliver her presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, all right, Mrs. Joyce, the stage is all yours. You may present your
All right.
presentation.
I try to just upload my PowerPoint because this is quite new for me. Share screen share my screen first. Huh? Is there everyone can see the screen? Hello, is there everyone can see my screen? But my slideshow like seems like cannot move. Huh? Uh, s- so can I start? Okay. Hello everyone. Can you see the screen? How can I see all of you is on the screen because I'm not used to the this StreamYard before because normally we will use a team and also the Zoom. So let us start for today talking about Japan and also this culture of Japan. So just self-introduce myself. My name is Joyce. I'm was studying in Japan since 2000 years and will be there about 4 years in Japan. So after I'm coming back to Malaysia, then I was starting my career in the travel agency that is owned by a Japanese is in Langkawi. From 1994 until 1996 was in that company. Then I have moved to the company right now in Japan Travel Bureau. That is the biggest agent travel agency in Japan. From 1996 until present. So I was with my company almost 26 year this year. So it's quite a senior here. And also from 1994 until now, although it's 1990, I was in Japan. So it's over all the while I'm together with Japanese, Japan culture, Japan, and also doing receiving, taking care of Japanese to come to Malaysia, and also bringing our Malaysian people to visit to Japan as well. So this is my career and right now. So we move to the next, please. Yeah, this is I'm thanking very much to the college Protect Mara Kota Baru to invite me to talk about this Japan about Japan culture, to share my experience to all of you. All right, next please. There is a slideshow. Is it you doing the slideshow or short? There will be they have many picture on one pages. Can you perform it in a slideshow? Yeah, this is the distance from Malaysia to Japan Narita Airport is about 7 hour 50 minute non-stop flight. Is a direct flight. This is the main airport in Japan. Is located in Honshu. Also, the most busy airport in Japan. And in Tokyo itself, except for Narita, also have another airport is Haneda. So both airport is performs international and also domestic flight. Except for Tokyo, they also have Kansai Airport and Fukuoka Airport, and also located in Hokkaido is Chitose. So mostly from Malaysia to Narita will be main for these four airport. So direct flight is about 7 hour, or if nearby like this Kansai will be less than 7 hour. So can we move to the next? I think the slide, the next, yeah. They have, yeah, from Malaysia, we have Malaysia Airlines, have ANA, All Nippon Airways, and also Japan Airlines. Of course, after AirAsia will be resumed back, their airline will be going back to Japan as well. So at the moment, the fuel charges is very high. So for people from Malaysia depart to Japan, the air ticket right now is quite high. So next, yeah, the time difference from Malaysia to Japan is about 1 hour. Like here is 10:26, but in Japan it's already 11:30. Yeah, it's about 1 hour different from Malaysia with Japan. Yeah, this is the geological the land science about Malaysia and Japan. So Japan is mostly they have quite a lot of island. So comparison with Malaysia is about 15 largest than Malaysia, but the population for this the population for Japanese is more higher than Malaysia. Okay, next. So you can see that is the population density is about Malaysia and also Japan. So it's around 99 people per kilometer square, and but in Japan it's 334. There is a much big difference, right? We can go to the next. So this is the current population in Japan. In 2022, there is a this is very the big figure. Then you can see from the screen. So it's about decline from 2021 is 0.53, but the population in Japan is also a little bit going down right now. So the next. Yeah, this is the annual population growth rate in Japan. So in Japan now they are facing a problem is that is people in Japan the average of the growth rate is discrete. Like more oldest eldest people in Japan, but youngest people they decline to just have a baby or in this how to say the young is very little. Is totally different with Malaysian. Malaysian people will be increasing for our the new generation, but in Japan is a discretion. So this is the quite a different of Malaysian and Japan. Okay, by the next. And overall life expectancy at birth is in Japan is a 85.5 year, but in Malaysia is a 75.4 year. This is the expectation of the birth of number in population in of each country. So in Malaysia, maybe of course of the weather and also our food, but in Japan you see the long life of 85 is because also the weather and also the food as well. So the next, then from this chart you can see Japan age breakdown in this 2021. So the average in this age is mostly above 16 years old. Total of the average is 34.8 in all in total of the population in Japan. So in Japan right now, although the government is worried about their population is going up and up, you see the ranges of 45 to 59 percentage is about 21.1%. So very soon, this age above 60 years old will be increased again. So you can see that the Japan government is quite worried in this situation, and they are trying to just import the workers, like young workers, from other country. Like Malaysia, we are import from this Bangladesh and also the other other country. In Japan, the same as well. There will be import like young generation from Vietnam, from Indonesia, for the young worker that because the market needs on that. So this is the problem facing by Japan government right now. So the next, yeah, this is the Malaysian US Japan. How does Malaysian compare to Japan? You see the chart. This is the chart was how many point of Malaysian and how many point of Japan. Then you see the educational expenditures in GDP is about 4.7, and also the agriculture land is 23.2, and lower population destination ethnicity is 99% is comparing Malaysian and Japan. Uh, you see the differences on this. You can learn about what is a different our economy, what is the infrastructure of Malaysian and Japan, and also the quality of living of Japan. Yeah, next please. And this is how does Japan compare to Malaysia? Yeah, has a public healthcare, and also the country have more forests or not, and also the high GDP of capital, and also the long life expectation of the birds, and unemployment rate, and also inhabitants. For this chart is I'm also collecting from the side of Japan and Malaysia. So you can do the comparison on this percentage. If you need this file, I can forward to you later as well. So by the next, yeah, this is the history, also the Japan culture I want to share with all. Next, please. Yeah, this is the history of Japan, and early Japan until 710, starting from Nara Heian period, and following by the Kamakura period, followed by Muromachi period, and then Azuchi, Momoyama, Edo period, Moji, and Showa period. So this is some kind of their in Japan. They have they also sing like they have kings, they have queens like uh, each king or queen they have their own period, so they were according to this year. And now lastly is Heian Showa period. After that, this is the last one since 1945. Okay, can you have next? Yeah, we will talk about this Japanese culture. So Japanese culture is an essence and is filled with the rice and with the, the rest and the tradition to honor the family. I think this one also have a slideshow, right? Is that possible to do the slideshows? Sorry for some is not because we should have
Yes, I agree that we should have our
uh,
own experience.
now is this is controlled by Lin, is that
What? What is it?
this slideshow is controlled by Lin?
Ah, yes, it's cultural binding.
Control by Lina. Okay. I it's okay then. Because I think there is some slide inside. It's okay. Then I continue. Just talk about this. About the
Okay.
Japanese culture. So Japanese culture is essence and is filled up with rice and traditional to honor the family. Because Japan is an island country, it is able to moderate the influence of other country of century. This allow the distant country and heritage to develop the beauty land of the rising sun. The land of rising sun is just have the you see the flag of Japan. There is a rising of sun. The meaning on that. So in Japan, they have many nice places like the culture and also the places to visit. So we go to the next, please. So for the Japanese, when maybe quite this is also a slideshow. Can you do the slideshow on this? Because I think have many picture inside this. Yeah, the Japan. When you see the Japanese, I think the first inspection will be the bowing. So one of the most obvious social convention is bow. Everyone bow when they say hello, they say goodbye, thank you, or sorry. Bowing is a term of respect. Also the remorse and gratitude, and also the greeting. If you meet someone in Japan, you may maybe wish them to a little bit bow, and but you do not necessarily to do to everyone to bow to you. Entering to a shop, a restaurant, especially there will be a shout like "Irashaimase." So "Irashaimase" means that it's a welcome. So sometimes the guest, the staff will be bow a little bit. There is a respect the customer. So the customer will not be no need to just bow back to them, just have a smiling, then just give them a smiling. So for you maybe like in Japan is you can see like you check into the hotel, everyone is a bowing to you. So this is another way. Then you see a Japanese, then you say, oh, Japanese is most of them is always bow, right? So next, you see the woman and the man, they have bowing like a slight bow, salute, and respect bow. So do like if they have need to do apologize, mostly there is 90 the bowing is until the 90. So it's slightly is up about 15 15 13, and to welcome the customer is almost 45 bowing. So next, so this is the wear. People in Japan, they're wearing the kimono, kimono for ladies, and kimono also for the gender as well. Like for this, for yes, yes. Can you turn to the next? Yeah, yeah. This is for the gender. This is a kimono for the men. So kimono jacket, they have underwear, they have kimono, polyhimo or bibel, inner bell, hakama, uh, tabi socks, and also the sandal like the wooden sandal. So what is different with yukata and also kimono? Sometimes we call it is a yukata, sometimes we call it is a kimono. Because yukata mostly there is a more simple way during the summertime. Because summertime is very hot, it's hotter than Malaysia during that summer. Because Malaysian we average about 32 Celsius, but in Japan maybe it's up to 36 or up to 38. So during the summertime, there will be wearing yukata. Yukata is only one cotton, is only one pieces only. Sometimes there will be wearing this keta. Keta, you see the bottom side keta, or also they're just a bare feet. But kimono mostly will be in more how to say the official event. They were wearing kimono many layers. It's not only two, maybe until the the surface one is about four pieces in inside. So they will be wearing zoli and tabi as well because during the winter times, winter, spring or autumn, there's very the weather is very cold, so they need to wear this tabi and also the zoli as well. So can you go to the next? This is the for the men. I think have a ladies. I think miss up the slideshows. Yeah, I think somewhere is missing. You see the ladies behind, right? But back to not this one, not this one. Uh, the next where couldn't Okay, then we back to the just now for the men next. Then for the lady as well, they also have yukata and also have the kimono as well. So we go to the next. This is the lucky charm of Japan. So what's mean this lucky charm? If not, if your visit to the local Japanese restaurant in Malaysia or in KL, maybe some of you will be realized that on the cashier counter you can see this cute cat and also this the uh, red that we call it is Danuma. So this both of these image is a lucky charm of Japanese. The cat is the hand is like this. There is means that the calling for the customer to come in. Manuki neko. So calling for the customer to come in also means that the shop will be have a good business. Coming. The cat is doing like this, right? So for the tanuki also the same meaning. Is a good lucky to in the shop for the shop as well. So inside here they have many omochi and also the otafuku. You can see this kind of things in this donkey. If you visit the donkey, they have selling this or daifuku. Yeah. So we go to the next. So Tarumato is a lucky charm unique to Japan. People fill in the left eye with a black ink while making a wish, and then fill in the right eyes when their wishes come true. So Taruma meaning is very lucky. So people will be buying this tanuki as per the souvenir when they visit to Japan. Then Taruma toys originally is in the Edo period, and it is said that the white ice tarumato will be come out by 1008 during the latter part of the Edo period. Then there will be original sold in the black ice, but we meet the criticism from the customer complaining that they didn't like the ice, so the ice will be free up. There was in order to do so, but the customer will be free up the ice by themselves. So sometimes when they have opening ceremony, the taruki also will be arranged during the opening, but the ink will be drawn by the owner itself. They would like to put the ink in black or what color. So nowadays, the Taruma trust remaining extremely popular among it in Japan as well. Also, some of the foreigner tourists also come when they're going to Japan. They also buy as per the souvenir and put in their shop or put in their house for the good luck as well. So put this Taruma in your house or in your in your this courage also make you make the wish come true, right? Okay, next. Yeah, similar for the taruka is a maneki neko. Just now I just saying that it's a lucky cat, and this is a lucky charm unique to the Japan. There is become a good fortune and also the portrayal as a white cat. There are several origin story of the Manuki Neko, but a popular theory is that the modern of a Manuki Neko is the version is creating during the Edo as well in Asakusa. Then is the modern day in Tokyo by the Gulf people from Mikawa province. There will be from the Aichi prefecture who is moved to the area along with the shogun general Ieyasu Tokugawa. Then this Manuki Neko photo by the quite popular sitting on the foundation of the modern lucky cat. Today you will be see all this decoration at home, store, and also in the shop for the good luck and also for the for church. So they have a general Manipineko with a right hand supposedly become a well, and also right the left hand is they have become the petrol to calling the customer. So, furthermore, this is also many lucky cat holding traditional Japanese gold coin. That you sometimes you can see the cat is holding the gold coin. This meanings that is Senmanryo, but is a Japanese currency, showing that if you put in your shop, this mean your business is will be very very good. It's a good very meanings that is a good luck and also a good fortune of the shop, right? So we turn to the next. So in another culture of Japan is there is no tipping in Japan. So when you visit to Japan, if you want to keep tipping to them, they will not receive. It's not they're not happy, but in Japan they didn't have a tipping culture, although it's in hotel, in restaurant as well. So you no need to just shine or but in for opposite side, when the Japanese come to Malaysia, they also will be practice no tipping. That's why some of the hotel or the bellboy they will say, "Hey, why Japanese didn't give tips to them?" So we will be explain because in Japan there's no tips culture in Japan. Also like the shop selling the things in the shop, they also they have a pricing there. Although you buy the things in this shop or you buy the thing in another shop, the same the rate is same. There won't be say this shop will be selling like 10 ringgit, another shop selling 13 ringgit. No, the same products, although you buy from this shop or you buy from another shop, will be the same. So when you visit to Japan, you don't waste your time to find which one is more cheaper, because the same product will be selling the same rate. Yeah, this is their culture as well. Yeah. Okay, next. Next, please. Yeah, and also this is also I sometimes we also can see the shop in Malaysia. They are doing the same. When we entering to the shop, you can see this is most of ryokang, the traditional. We can say that is a traditional hotel in Japan. When you entering, you can see all the shows is put like this. So the customer just need to take out their shirt and they're just waiting and go enter. So when you, of course you need to keep your shirt as well in the shirt rack. But after that, when you going out, when you exit, you will be surprising all your shirt also will be doing like this. So you easily to just to wear your shirt and to exit. So this is also some kind of Japanese culture, and also when you're entering to this ryokan, some of they have onsen, the hot spring in that hotel. So you be can feel like people will be doing really until the shoes they will be arranging like this. Okay, next. Yeah, taking off your footwear. This is something that confusing many visitors to Japan, but it's so easy to understand. It's customary in Japan to take off your shoes when you're entering a traditional ryokan. Uh, we call it it's a guest house. It's already if you visit to Japan, I just highly recommend this to stay. Although once times in this kind of traditional ryokan, they have providing onsen. You can try the onsen. But for Malaysian people, sometimes they will be quite shy to entering this onsen because when you're entering, you need to take out everything and sharing bath with others. This is somehow when we bringing the group from Malaysian to Japan, always we will be arrange one time the staying in this kind of ryokan. But some of the customer will be declined. They say, "Oh no, I cannot accept." But this is a very good experience for yours. If you go to Japan, stay in a ryokan, there is a good experience for all of you. So traditionally, these Japanese took off their shoes when they're entering the home, as people would would sleep, sit or on the tatami, because that that place is for them to eat dinner, to sit together and to sleep, because they will just put on the we call it is a tilam lah, on the tatami to sleep. So mostly when you're entering the ryokan, your footwear will be all take off. So as a visitor to Japan, you may not be find yourself entering too many private home, but you will be probably find yourself in a traditional ryokan or Mishuku guest house, or entering to a temple building. In these cases, you will be expecting to take off your shoe. Yes, when you're entering to a temple, also you need to take off your shoes as well. Yeah. Okay. Next. Yeah, in Japan, we call it is the sapi or sang. Some of you maybe you have experience by some people will be calling you nani nani sang, like referring to like we call you lin lin. Sometimes you see I will typing like lin sang. Sang is can be a lady, can be gentleman. When we don't know that is a lady or a gentleman, then we call that is sang. Like I call you Lin Sang, you call me Joy Sang. It's a very it's a common in Japan. So like this is Suzuki Sang, or this is Lin Sang, or just now maybe I can call this like Doctor Zahari. Maybe we can call it is a Zaliha Sang as well. So Zaliha Sang, because he's a doctor, so we will be call her like a Zaliha Sensei. Sensei is more to teacher, or more to respect person. Yeah. For normal, like for like primary school, the girls or boy, we will be call them is kun kun, or girl will be chang. Chang will be more like very cute, like lin chang, like from my, because I'm eldest than Lin, so sometimes I can call Lin Zhang. Lin Zhang, there is a very cute Lin Zhang. So for the boys, I can call her, call like Adam Kun, call them, because the name, after the name, then will be called Kun or Chang. Kun is will be for the boy, and Chang for the girls. So when we doing the business for the my customer, so I cannot call them is sang. Then I need to call them sama. It's polite to the customer. So to the teacher will be sensei, like Zahari, Zariha sensei. So for your school senior, senior will be senpai. Like Lin, your eldest school senior in the school, you call them senpai. So maybe sometime your during your same course, they will call you Lin senpai. So in the office, if your the boss of or the CEO of the company, they will be call them is a sacho, the big boss sacho. So for the a mentor of the master, then we will call that is a shisho. Mm. So for you, easy to remember is for normal is we call that is sang. So for the cute girl, we call it is chang. Huh. Then for the teachers, we call it is a sensei. Then for your seniors, we call it is a senpai. So you just remember these four types Japanese suffix, then you can be learn about the Japanese. Right? We turn to the next. eat, eat. Yes, in Japan, when we are like to when we eat, we start to eat. We need to tell everybody, yes, we start to eat. But in Malaysia, we didn't have this kind of culture. In Malaysia, we just say, oh, makan, 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 right? But in Japan, when we start to eat, before start to eat, we need to say itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. So when you are finish your eating, then we will be say gochiso sama deshita. Yeah, then itadakimasu meaning that yeah, we start to eat, let's eat like that. So after you finish your eating, after the meals, then it's a thank you for your food. Gochiso sama deshita. Mm. This kind of in the house as well, mother will be teaching the child always practice itadakimasu. Then after the eating, gochiso sama deshita. Yeah, always like this. Mm. Okay, this is some kind of Japanese very polite cultures, right? Then we turn to the next. Yeah, itadakimasu. Yeah, it's humbling receive. This is coming from I will get life of plants and animals that become meals. We eat meals to life, and then therefore we eat a lot of animals, plants every day. Japanese people think that meals are getting animals and plant life. The word of itadakimasu is expressing the gratitude to the animals and plants. So gochiso sama is mean that is a go and sama of a Japanese horrification expression to the chiso. This chiso means is to run. In the past, people run around hunting for the customer, cooking. Hunting was a life or death. So gochiso sama means that expression the graduate to thank you for the actions. Yeah, this is the meaning, right? All right, we turn to the next. Yeah, Japanese people also will be understand if visitor do not have a profession use the chopstick, but there was some rule that should try and follow. Do not stick on your chopstick on into your bowl of rice and pass food around with them, as well as being slightly uncouth. This action have reverence to the Japanese funeral ceremony. Is also advisable not to dose to your rice in soya sauce. The Japanese are very proud of their rice, and then this similar nonsense action may be surprise even often some ryokan restaurant owner. This is very common when we visit to Japan. Like if you have a tour leader or you have a tour guide, they will definitely will be teaching you do not do like this, because in Japan they're quite when we eating the rice, but now they also Japanese people also used to be serve for foreigner people. They also will be give you the fork and spoon, but mostly they didn't give, only chopstick. Although you eat stick, they also give you chopstick because they will cut into a small cube and then for easy to eat. There is some kind of the service of Japan. So when we using the chopstick, we cannot put the chopstick inside the rice bowl. So why we cannot dose the soya sauce in the rice? Also the same. Japanese rice is very sticky. Although you just eat like this, it also will be feel like it's very delicious. So in Japan, we don't eat rice, pour the soup together. That is not a culture of Japan. Soup is soup, rice is rice. So it cannot be put inside. The soup cannot put inside to the rice. That is not good, not good action actually in Japan. So this is a common common eating in the public that it will be considered a bad manner. So this kind of manners will be some when you visit to Japan, then you can check on this list, like you can check on the nowadays I think many people will be sharing on when you go to Japan, this kind of manners you should be follow. So there is some kind of the follow because this is a Japanese culture, right? Okay, we turn to the next. So religion in Japan. So what is the religion? Most religion in Japan. The number of Muslim living in Japan is although is small, but have more than double in the past decade because from 110,000 in 2010 until increasing, I think more than half in 2019, including as many as 15,000 Japanese converted, according to the Tanada Hirofumi of the Waseda University. Means that now Muslim living in Japan is increasing. So for my time when I study in Japan, mostly they don't know what is Muslim, what is Islam. So, but now many people is already know that Muslim is equally to the halal food. So now in Japan, you are more easy to find halal food in Tokyo area, in Kansai area, in Kyoto area. You're easy to find right now. Yeah, when I starting to bring the tour in Japan, there is a student group you totally cannot find. Cook by yourself. So, but now most Japanese people also quite like the shop that will be doing like fully halal Muslim food to provide for the Muslim people to visit to Japan because it's not for only for Malaysian but also for the tourists from Indonesia, the tourists from Saudi Arab as well. So they have quite a big market to do the halal food, halal restaurant in such kind of like the most easy to find is in Tokyo because Tokyo is the most main city for the tourists to visit. So for Malaysian people also, when we going to Japan, Muslim halal food is not a difficult things right now, right? So plan your trip. Okay, go to the next. But in Japan, most of the religion there will be like Buddhist. Most of them is Buddhist, but it's not mistaken. I think half of the population in Japan is no religion. The free thinker is most. Yeah. So this is a basic Japanese language. They have three types of wording. This is one part of hiragana. Hiragana means that you see the wording is from the bottom A I U E O, right? They call it is A I U A O. So the second column is ka. Ka also taking the A. K A ka, K I K, K U Ku, K I K, K O Ko, like our Malaysian, right? The same. Ka ki ku ke ko. Then the third one is sa si se se so. Then the fourth one is ta chi zi de do. So when you want to learn Japanese, you have to learn all these hiragana. You have to remember all hiragana, all this next page, and also the katakana. So they have two types. You see the wording, the writing wording is a different, but the pronunciation is the same. Like the first one is a I U A O, but different writing. Ka ki ku ke ko. Mostly the same, but different wording. Pronoun is the same. So why they have two types? Because this katakana mostly will be the pronouns follow the English. So we call it is Gailaigo. Gailaigo is an import import wording like ice cream. In Japan, there's no ice cream. So they will use this katakana to pronounce it ice cream. Like Starbucks don't have Starbucks. They will use this katakana to make the wording. Because all the English is important wording. It's not original from Japan. So importing wording, they will use this katakana to convert to use the pronunciation. Like Disneyland also there is a from US Disneyland. So from if the word is used English, there will be use katakana to pronounce. So have another one. Next page. Another one is a kanji. Kanji means is this mostly Japanese until right now also using the same. Like just now have hiragana. Hiragana use hiragana pronunciation in, but when you're writing or in the kanji, like Japan Nihon, but in hiragana also they will be writing in Nihon. So when you learning Japanese, you have to remember hiragana, katakana, and also kanji. So kanji, I think, is the most difficult one. So everyone you want to learn Japanese, maybe later on I can share you a link. The link can be it is a free of charge. You can learn from the link. They have a standard, yeah, just like you have just entry cost is providing by Japanese government. But it's own learning. There's no teacher, but it can learn from the online. I can share you the link later on. All right? Yeah. Okay. We go to the next. Yeah. This is the you see. This is the how to pronounce the Japanese wording. Like one, they say ichi. Ichi like a wording. Shita. Down. Tsuki. It's mostly like kanji, similar Chinese wording. If you know Chinese, then it's very easy to learn Japanese because you just need to remember how to announce this word in Japanese only. Wording is almost the same. So this is a kanji, right? So we go to the next. Yeah, this is a basic Japanese language. Like people will be asking you, like you want to reply, hi, it means yes. Iie, this means is no. Onegai shimasu is a please. Then arigato is a thank you. Then when you say you are welcome, it's more difficult. Do itashimashite. So in our Malay, it's much better. Sama-sama. In Malay, we call it sama-sama. So people, Japanese, when they learn about our Malaysian Malay language, they're quite easy to catch up because it's oh, just say sama-sama is a do itashimashite. Yeah, yeah. So sumimasen is excuse me because sometimes konnichiwa sometimes they also will be saying sumimasen. Excuse me also sumimasen. Like sorry also there's sometimes they also will be explain like sumimasen. So I'm so sorry is a gomenasai. Gomenasai. So good morning will be ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa also can be hello as well. Good afternoon also can. Good afternoon is a konnichiwa. But when you say hello, also konnichiwa also can. So in the good evening, there will be konbanwa. Then good night will be oyasumi nasai. This is a simple basic lah, for the Japanese language. So we go to the next. So this is a meeting and greeting. when we meet someone, then some conversations, like when you visit to Japan, when you ask the shop people, then you say, "Eigo hanasemasu ka?" Do you speak English? So, "Eigo hanasemasu ka?" Uh, so that they will, some of the shop owner, they will say, "Oh no, I cannot." Then, ここに英語を話せる人はいますか? Then, do anyone here speak English? ここに英語を話せる人はいますか? So this, or 私は日本語が少ししか話せません. So I can just speak a little bit of Japanese. Like you learn some Japanese before you going to Japan. So people will be maybe talk to you all in Japanese. Then you just reply to them. 私は日本語少ししか話せません. I just can speak a little bit only. So when you're asking the name, what is your name? お名前は何ですか? So when you answer that, my name is Kaori, my name is Kaori. 私の名前は Kaori です. Like if Lin to reply that, 私の名前は Lin です. So when you inform your name to the third part, to others people, you don't call your name is, you don't call your name with the sang, but you call the people with sang, like Kaori sang, but you don't call yourself in Lin sang. You call yourself in Lin only. Lin です. Right? Like you call, when we call ourselves, I call myself Joyce, but I didn't call myself is Joyce. But when Lin call me Joyce, I call Lin Lin. But when we self introduce, we didn't insert the sang after our name, right? Okay. We go to the next. So this is a simple greeting. Just now, back. This simple, very simple greeting. How are you? Okenki desu ka? Then when you answer that, it's genki desu. Yes, thank you. I'm fine. So this one, I'm great to meet you. お会いできて嬉しいです. Nice to meet you. So I don't understand. わかりません. わかりません. I don't understand. So what do you say? なんて言いましたか? What are you saying? なんて言いましたか? So can you speak more slowly? Sometimes when you just start to learning Japanese, maybe they will speak very fast, then you cannot get. もっとゆっくりを話してください. So can you speak more slowly? So I understand you perfectly. はい、よくわかりました。よくわかります. Yeah, this kind of meeting and greeting basic of Japanese. So we go to the next. So this is a basic impacted of this pandemic for the tourism. So because I'm working in a travel agency, so that this is hardly to affected us for this pandemic. You see the Japanese coming inbound from Japan every year, since this record is about 10 years ago, and from 2012 until 2019, you see the Japanese people to come to Malaysia is about 25,000, 25 in a million. You see the chart from the million. So suddenly, starting the MCO in 2020, so the visitor is reduced to 4.33. Until 2021 is totally, there is no any uh, travel tourism activity, is going down to 0.13. But this 0.13, maybe there some of the people is holding uh, like visa, or their relative in Japan, only can be have a movement between Malaysian and also Japan. So actually in Japan, uh, Malay the every year they have how to say the uh, every year have the ranking of stay in overseas. Like in Japan, because the living cost is very high, they prefer after their retirement, they will prefer to stay in out of Japan. So 14 years continuously, Malaysian is their first choice for their second home. So our second home, do you know about our MM2H program, Malaysian second home program? For those people out of our foreigner country, they would like to come to Malaysia for a long stay. So Malaysian is the first choice of Japanese to come. It's 14 years, 1-4 continuously is the first ranking, the first place. They would like to come to stay because of Malaysian, our country politician is stable. The first, I don't think so now, but for Japanese is yes, yeah. Then the number two is the weather. The weather in Malaysia is warm, like in afternoon time maybe a little bit hot, but when evening time will be going down a bit, like 28, and early in the morning 25, 24, like the whole day they have a differences of the Celsius. Then it's more for convenience for the Japanese. But in Japan, like just now I informed to you, summer is really really hot. Summer hot is mean that it's 36 Darjah Celsius, or yeah, can up to 38 Darjah Celsius. But it's there is not in the morning or in the evening. It's whole day. The whole day is 36 or 38. This is why it feel like very, very hot during summer, but when winter time, maybe depends on the area they're staying. In Tokyo, mostly you can get snowing is in February. So the weather will be going down minus 2 or minus about 8. Maximum is minus 8. But in Hokkaido is the northern part of Japan. The weather can be minus 20. Minus 20 means that when you pour water outside, the water immediately can become ice. It's minus 20. So this is why in Malaysia we don't have this season differences. That's why it's for the Japanese people, they're quite uh, not quite, they don't like winter season, because winter for Malaysian people, yes, we like winter because it's very very cold, right? We can get the free aircon during the winter season, but Japanese people no, they don't like winter, because winter, like maybe they will feel that it's not comfortable because it's too cold for them. So the MM2H, just I informed to you, is a second home for the foreigner. They were applying this second home to come to Malaysia, mostly during the winter season. So winter season will be start from October until March. So half a year they will be staying in Malaysia to get the warm weather in Malaysia. So of course, people will come to Malaysia because of the first is the weather, the second is the national this like they didn't have a typhoon in Malaysia. We got no typhoon. We have no earthquake. Yeah, there is another main issue they would like to come to Malaysia, because around the Asia Pacific country, except for Singapore, I think there most of the country they still have earthquake, they still have typhoon affected, right? So Singapore, because it's very expensive, so they won't visit to, they won't stay in Singapore. All right. So we go to the next. Yeah, this is the analysis. Japan is a tradition and important market for Malaysia, which is contribute 394,000 tourists to Malaysia in 2018, with the 1,670.1 million to the tourist expenditure. Because they stay when the tourists come to Malaysia, Japanese tourists, they will stay in mostly in a five-star hotel. So they will be paid for 2,000 a night or 3,000 a night for the hotel. Easily, just for them is reasonable, because in Japan hotel rate is more higher. So although they stay in a hotel with 2,000 ringgit per night, per room per night, there will be feel that it's a want to stay, like a branded hotel like Four Seasons, like Rich Carlton. Yeah. So it's good for Malaysian, actually for Malaysian GDP, increasing 37.7 comparing 2017. So it's a top 10 tourist generate market to the country. So our Malaysian Tourism Promotion Board also doing their very very good job in Malaysia, in Japan as well. They always have event. They always have a talk to the Japanese people in Japan. Then from January to July 2019, the total of 231,000 Japanese tourists is visit to Malaysia. Is an increase of 5.9 thousand comparing 2018. Uh, so this is through the participant of TEG 2019. Malaysia plan to attract more and more Japanese to come to Malaysia. Actually, we have a project visit to Malaysia year 2000. But of course, 2000, we are the whole world is meet this pandemic. So the project was called off. So we have holding the most record is in 2019, arriving to uh, from Japan is 70% of Japanese tourists come to Malaysia for the holiday. So we hopefully, because this year maybe is a not cannot be, but we hopefully next year the Japanese people will be coming back to visit to Malaysia. And we hopefully our tourism Malaysia will be doing more and more promotion in Japan and attract more Malaysian to come to Malaysia, right? So the next.
Excuse me, Joyce. Let me
Mm,
tell. I want to
mm,
brief something a little.
mm,
You have 5 minutes to explain about this because we not
uh-huh.
we have to go to the next session of our webinar program.
Oh, it's not until 12 o'clock.
Oh no, it's
Oh, I see.
actually 11:30.
11:30. Okay. Just to have a quick reference lah. But if yours need have to have this slide the information, you can share to your colleague or your cosmate every time, right? So we just have quickly to go to the next. This is all the about Malaysia inbound from Japan. So the next. So this is a numbering residence, and also yes, we can go to the next. This one you also can be studied later on. Uh, you can share all the data. There is from a JTP Tourism Research Consultant call, right? This is all the figure you can learn later on. Okay, we just jump. All right, then we have 5 minutes more, right? So I would like to know if do you have any question you want to ask me?
Okay, you can ask audience. You
Mm,
can ask any questions in the comment section for Mrs. Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any questions you would like to ask?
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Joyce, you can see the comment section, right?
I can't hear anything actually just now.
Oh, you can. Can you see the comment section?
I can see the comment section. Yes, from Dr. Zaliha. Yes, tourism Malaysia. There was take care about this. It's not because of they have yes cover China, Korea, and also Japan. But in Japan itself, they have one team is only based in Japan. They will do promotion in Japan. They have a two office. We call it is a MTPB office in Japan. One is Tokyo and one is Osaka. They have a two office in for this tourism Malaysia. So yes, basically now we are receiving a lot of inquiry is from Japan, especially for the school visit. School visit means that it's a high school student, also a university
Official.
student. They're already planning to come to
Official.
Malaysia in year 2023.
Official.
So we're very sure that the guests will be coming in by next year, right?
So this is the question from Muhammad Amirul. Is
Mm.
Japan one of the best country that have polite attitude? What do you think, Joyce son?
Yes, yes, yes. I 100% agree. Yeah, what my yeah is polite attitude, and also have another one things to share is if you left something in the train in Japan, definitely 90% you can find it out. You can find your things. You can go to the lost and found. You can just report which train have you've left your things. Yes, because that is my experience. I was left my laptop in the Shinkansen because I put upstate the train. So when I just arrived at the station, then I forget my laptop is on the top of the train. So when I just walked out to the station, I said, "Oh my God, I have forgot my laptop." So I go back to the lost and found counter. I just register. I have take which train is it? Then I after I think it's after 2 hours, the people call me back. They say, "Oh, your things already found and it's a safe in the lost and found. Then anytime you come to collect it."
Oh, that was so
Although it
nice of them.
yeah, although it's a wallet, when you lost a wallet, also you can find it.
Oh, so they won't steal
Yeah,
anything.
they won't steal. They will just
But,
keep go to the police station or to the lost and found all the ways.
oh,
Yeah, this is the kind of Japan we need to learn from them.
I agree 100%. All right,
Yeah,
Mrs. Joyce. Thank you
yeah,
for the informative and interesting talk, Mr. Joyce. Now I've
yeah,
known a lot
yeah.
of Japan's culture from you and feels like I really want to go to Japan right now.
Yes, please. Yes, the first country when you want to go to overseas, I recommend you to Japan, the
I
first.
will. I will go to Japan. Now, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen, finally
yeah.
we come to the end part. Oh, yes, Mrs. Joyce. Will you please continue? What you would like to say?
No, no, no. Lastly, later on, I will share the link to study the Japanese language. The link I will share to your WhatsApp first, then you share to your classmate. Then
I
everyone
will.
to starting to learn for your Japanese language before you go to Japan. Then it will be more enjoyable.
Yes, Japanese culture is a beautiful culture. I agree. All
Yes.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end part of our presentation from Mrs. Joyce. We would like to say thank you again, Mrs. Joyce, for answering those questions and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us. So
Thank
this
you so
concludes the
much,
first
everyone.
session.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Thank
so
you so
this
much for inviting me to see you all. If you have any questions or you have any you want to know more further, you just WhatsApp me or you just send me the email. Right?
will do. All right. Okay, it's been great talking with you, Mrs. Joyce. Thank you for sharing your experience and have a nice day.
Same to you all. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye, Mrs. Joyce.
Thank you.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in our second session in this program. Before we start, let me introduce to our second panelist. It's a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Business, Economics, and Social Development, University Malaysia, Terengganu, Dr. Zaliha Zainuddin, who will explain about modern and traditional Japanese culture. Thank you for participating on our webinar for today. Doctor, how are you feeling? Hello, Dr. Zaliha.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Okay, right.
loud and clear.
Okay, but my voice is like rockers. I lost my voice. I lost my voice in Arab for the
Oh,
Umrah. Yeah, it's very hot there. It's about 45 degrees.
really?
Yeah,
So
it's
you
hotter. It's like you walk near bara api. Uh, okay.
okay? How are you feeling right now, Doctor?
I'm it's blessed that you invite me for this session. Sekejap ya, my
Oh, that's fine.
mm,
This is it's
okay.
okay.
Okay, to share my experience actually with the student of KPTM because I also from Mara UITM, so it's like giving back to the community and to the student. All right.
Thank you so much. That is
Okay.
so appreciating. Okay, glad to hear that, Doctor. It is an
Mhm.
honor to have you here with us in this program, and I can't wait to hear what you are about to say about Japan's modern and traditional culture.
Okay. My
Okay,
my my something wrong with my kejap eh.
first,
Can you see
or
me?
yes, we can
Okay.
see you. Tidak
Okay.
mengapa.
All right. So we start the talks. Okay.
Yes, we can
Because
start
we
this
are
talk.
behind the time because I thought mine is at 11:10, but now 11:34 because just Japanese they are already on time.
Oh,
Yeah, that is the culture of Japanese, and the Shinkansen never late. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Joyce, for very detailed information that we share with the student. So I start now, Lynn. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrahli sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Konnichiwa. Do you all speak Japanese?
just a
No?
little.
Yeah, okay, all right. So do you have any Japanese language classes in KPTM? No?
No, we don't have
No.
Japanese classes.
Okay, all right, good. Anyway, it's very good that Joyce shares some of the hiragana, katakana, and kanji because I've been through that during my diploma time. After diploma, I was offered for a Louis policy program to Japan with 300 credit hours. You have to morning, evening, night. You learn Japanese, so it's very tiresome. But I love to learn languages. So far, I can speak Japanese, a little bit of Korean because I love Korean drama. Yeah, K-pop. All of you can. And then also during my UITM, we learn German. So, ispeha wa Deutsch. Watashi wa Nihongo daijoubu desu. Annyeonghaseyo. This is how in our university we also have languages that we teach to the student. So most of my students are from the polytechnic. So hopefully after your you for diploma, right? Okay, normally they go to UMT to learn uh, Japanese or Korea. Now we have the mobility student that we send to Korea. So only that we don't have yet with the Japanese university. So now UMT we have Korean language. We have exchange student with Donggu University in Gyeongju, another tourism destination in Korea. But today we talk on Japan. Okay, I love Japan. Why? Because of the culture. So that's why we fell in love in Japan. Because although they are modern, they have very high technology, but they still uh, preserve their culture. So just today, I want to share with you all on the culture. So next, please. Okay, some because all the information given by Joyce already, so just a little bit to touch up on my talks. Yeah, okay. Japanese culture is a set of value that puts importance on social harmony and hard work. So as you know, Japan they are very hardworking person and they work like robot. That's why I have a daughter. I share with you afterward. She took mechanical engineering in Utsunomiya University, and and she said that Japan they are like robot. So if you ask her why you don't want to work there, because I feel like robot. So I still want human touch. So that's why, because why they hard work because of the war, yeah. As you see in Hiroshima, due to the bomb of Hiroshima, they really work hard to bring back Japan, and they be the most apa modern and smart technology that they offer to the world. Yeah. So up to 10th century, Japanese culture was similar to the Chinese. So when you say that, when you see that most of the Chinese when they learn Japanese, memang senang, like kacang. Or the kanji is like the Japanese they derive from the Chinese. But during the rise of samurai, ni tahu yang samurai ya, ninja semua, at the Heian period, the isolation during the Edo period change the rules of society because they have to wake up from the isolation, yeah, due to the war or the change of the period. And then overall the culture was influenced by local Shinto. Yeah, what Joyce said just now, most of the Japanese they don't have religion, they are atheists. They really said their religion is money. So dia pegang duit, ya. So but they have the orang kata agama lama iaitu Shinto yang percaya pada api, binatang semua kan. And then also some of them are Buddhism and Confucianism become Chinese kan, and the limited natural resources. So from there, they not the info of the Japan, they are what they are now, yeah. And then to preserve their rich cultural heritage by practicing, because doktor nak share lah kalau pergi di Jepun tu, kalau hanami adalah sakura blooming. Doktor suka bunga. Jadi kalau sini ada lelaki, sorry lah. Perempuan dia suka bunga-bunga. Tak tahu lelaki kat sini ada student lelaki ke? Tak ramai.
We have both
Ya,
male students.
ya kita suka sakura. Sakura tu pink-pink kan. Sukalah sangat. Jadi doktor sambut my anniversary yang ke-28 tahun di Jepun. Because selalu dengar tengok dekat TV kan. Tapi bila dapat ke Jepun for my daughter's graduation. So I hope you all nanti ada peluang, you have any to apa proceed your study, maybe go to Japan. It's a very good exposure. And my daughter graduated there in March 2018. Masa tu hanami is sakura blooming. Masa tu the flower tu bunga saja, daun tak ada. So this is how I share with you dia practicing tea ceremony sama juga dengan Korea and also Chinese, and then also budaya wearing kimono and studying arts and craft from early childhood. So apa tu panggil tu, origami, semua tu dia orang ajar pada childhood. Jadi that's how they uh, uh, menyayangi their culture, ya. So next please. Doktor minum air sekejap ya. Suara tu rock. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
this is
That's
my
okay. That's fine.
memories. Yeah. I get from my Facebook, Memories in Japan 2018. This is my husband, my eldest daughter. This is the one who study in Japan. So she have to wear kimono for the graduation. So we have the experience. They say, Ma, we have to rent out for this kimono just to get our degree at the graduation. So mak saudara rendah pada anak saudara. Tengok. My daughter, they think like form 5 ke. But actually, she's graduated from Usunomiya University. It's about 1 hour by Shinkansen to north of Tokyo. So, boleh main salji sikit lah. Macam Joyce cakap, Malaysia, kalau sana teruja dengan salji. Ya. Ni dekat kaki bukit Fuji. Mount Fuji atau dalam bahasa Jepun, Fujiyama. Yama adalah gunung. Fuji tu nama gunung tu lah. So, dapatlah main sikit-sikit. Kalau nak pergi ni atas tu, orang Terengganu kata dok rock because sejuk kan. So, bolehlah main dekat bawah ni for the panggil snow di Japan ya, di kawasan ni. Kita, anak saya boleh drive, bawa kereta Honda, and then my daughter seorang lagi drive another car. So it's a very, if you have money, tapi kita boleh buat cara yang murah sebab saya duduk di rumah anak, sewa rumah 3,000 sebulan, RM3,000, rumah kecil je, satu bilik, and then satu hall tu boleh jadi bilik dan tempat makan. So very in Japan very expensive. Rumah kawasan tak ada. So normally we stay at the house, but if you want to sewa bilik, it's very expensive. But boleh go for Airbnb lah, bed and breakfast ada kan. So you can go for cheapest one. Tak semestinya you nak pergi tempat-tempat ni, you boleh masih berbelanja very limited budget ya. So next please. So this is saya kata honeymoon sakura gitu. Rasa sakura dekat Malaysia tak ada. Ada sikit-sikit tapi jenis sakura yang berbeza. Sebab sana memang warna pink. Kita tengok semua seronok. Kita ada piknik di bawah tu, dia punya tradition bila ada sakura blooming atau hanami, mereka akan they go out for picnic. So kita pun jadi macam Jepun jugalah, bawa sandwich ke, mi goreng ke, atau onigiri ya. Saya memang suka makanan Jepun. Anak-anak memang suka. So we are into the Japanese food. Dan saya pun boleh masak sushi, apa tu? Sushi. Memang kita go for internet masa saya duduk di Hong Kong, but saya bermula dengan Tourism Malaysia. That's why saya kata dengan Joyce, I've been with Tourism Malaysia for 30 years. So I'm the one who do promotion for Japan, China and Korea. So when I work in Hong Kong as a director for Hong Kong Tourism Board, my son and my daughter go to international school. Tapi international school, of course, the halal food is not there, yeah. So I pack my son and daughter food buat sushi, because when they see the Japanese student makan, ma nak makan sushi tapi dalam tu ada pork, ada ham, diorang tak boleh makan. So kita kenalah usaha, I have to buka internet, I go for sushi making, handmade. So anak I boleh bawa bekal sushi. So this is how we love the Japanese food and the culture. Ada yang positif and ada yang negatif. Yeah. So I share both. Tak nak nanti you kata, Dr. Zaliha, you teruja nak jadi Jepun. No. Ada yang I nak kata, I want to say here, although they are non-Muslim country, but their action and their practices are more religious than the Muslim. So this is how I want to share the positive and negative. Yeah. Okay. Next, please. Okay. I gather this from the question that given me. It's easier that whatever you give, I answer it. But if the student want to ask more, never mind. You can just ask me. Okay. This is the given question to me. What influences Japanese culture? The community, always mindful not to cause inconveniences to others. So normally diorang ni orang kata orang kata jaga hati orang. Tak nak bagi they never say no. Gitu. Macam mana ni? My apa? Kamera ni berlari-berlari. Okay.
Tak
Ah,
apa, it's
dah berkejap.
okay.
Because
Oh,
my laptop ni yang dalam bilik ni tak ada camera, so I have to build in, ya. Okay, that's why community dia I campur bahasa, because I tengok ada yang tak faham. If I talk more in English, ada yang tak faham. Kan saya cakap Jepun lagi tak faham kan. So
Dah.
dia dalam if you are in the train or dalam densha, never answer your phone. Dia memang tak suka. Dia akan tegur you. So dia tak nak cause inconveniences. So they prefer not to stand out. Diorang memang macam jadi apa? Lower lah, yang humble gitu. Tapi sebenarnya kalau saya kata fake lah kan. Diorang ni dia tengok kalau perempuan dia cakap very yadai macam diorang fake sebenarnya. That's my concern lah. Anak saya duduk sana 4 tahun, dia nampak diorang ni terlalu macam menjaga hati orang. And then I will say no, walaupun tak boleh buat, dia kata daijoubu desu, no problem. So saya ada 2-3 perkara dalam bahasa Jepun lah, supaya bila you all pergi Jepun, kalau orang kata daijoubu desu ka, tak apa ke, boleh buat ke, daijoubu desu. So daijoubu desu. So belajar bahasa-bahasa mereka, diorang suka. Nanti dia kata dakwah, kalau kita pakai tudung ni, dia kata dakwah. Dia tahu Mahathir. So that's why mereka ni community dia memang jagalah, tak menyusahkan. Jadi saya suka Jepun ni, walaupun saya pergi satu tempat cantik, kita nampak very well, okay, rupanya kubur dia cantik. Saya ingat attraction, tapi kubur dia memang very clean and then cantik lah. So tu satu budaya yang kita kena belajar. Walaupun kubur dijaga dengan baik, ya. So I hope kita belajar yang positif. Yang negatif tu kalau mabuk-mabuk tu tak saya ikut lah. So saya pergi Jepun. I went there after my diploma for East Coast Policy Program. Japanese tu ada satu grup dalam 12 orang. Ada seorang dua yang mabuk. Jadi diorang tak ikut culture kita. Kita Islam. Dan pergi sana, diorang offer you sake. Tapi saya kata watashi wa Muslim hito dakara sake non de kudasai. Saya tak minum. Butaniku taberaremasen. Butaniku tu babi. So kena tahu ya. Jadi dia sebenarnya if you said to them, you tak minum, you tak makan babi and then you tak ambil makan yang tidak sembelih. Jadi macam daging ada dia kata gyuniku tu daging lembu. Dah je budes kah? Wah, lepas tu saya kata tak boleh sebab tak sembelih. Jadi dia faham kita punya budaya, kita punya way of life Islam. Jadi bila kita when I finished that Louis Police program for 1 year, they offer me a job. I kata, why you offer me a job? Because when you said no, you tak minum, you tak makan babi, kita ada uh, apa jati diri. So that's why dia pilih saya untuk bekerja untuk All Nippon Airways masa tu nak kahwin. Jadi I turn down. Jadi saya bagi to my friend. Jadi Jepun dia um, hargai your pendirian ya. If you don't drink, jangan you minum. Watashi wa Coca-Cola daijoubu desu. Coca-Cola boleh. Atau Sprite daijoubu desu. Itu kita kena cakap. Kita tak boleh minum. Haram. Jadi kita beritahu mereka ya. So that's why the influences of Japanese culture. Okay, next. Okay, what are the unique tradition in Japan? Jepun ni very unique. Saya tengok bila-bila sampai tu kita terkejut lah tak sama dengan budaya kita. I was there in 19 Sen Q Haji GQ. Tahu tak? Sen 1000, Q 9, Haji 8, Q 1989. Saya pergi ke Jepun for the first time and I stayed there for 1 year. So, bila sampai sana, the unit station celebrating both the end and start of the year. Diorang suka sambut awal tahun dan ujung tahun. Adalah year end party to say gratitude, proper closure of the year. Diorang menghargai tahun tu ya. Kepada tahun tu, dia ada sambutan. Anak saya pun kalau year party tu, dapat bonus, dapat hadiah. Jepun punya culture ya. And then start of the year, bila start je tahun baru, katalah tahun dia punya tahun tu, he's a big cleaning spree. Maksudnya bersih rumah, going to the shrine, temple and pray for a good year. Walaupun dia tak ada agama, macam ni lah budaya dia. Awal tahun dia pergi bersih rumah, dia pergi temple and semayang for a good year. And then match the first sunrise of the year. Dia watch. Bukan match watch the first sunrise of the year. Tu dia punya budaya. So that's unique. That's why dia punya logo or lambang di flag adalah sun kan. Bulat tu macam ni lah. Saya ambil ni. Bentuk dia memang dia sunrise of the year tu dia memang tengok lah ya. Coming of age celebration 20 years. Bila dia umur masuk 20 tahun. Dia ambil leave ya. Untuk dia celebrate. 20 tahun tu macam diorang dah macam orang kata very berusia lah. Dia celebrate ya. Dia ambil cuti tu daripada kerja ataupun tak pergi universiti untuk sambut 20 tahun. Macam kita dah 21 kan. Dapat kunci semua. Diorang 20 tahun. So this is a unique tradition because anak saya di sana bergaul dengan pelajar Jepun. Jadi info ni dapat pada anak lah. So I kata why you don't want to work there? Dia kata Jepun ni like robot. Kurang untuk dia, jadi dia nak duduk di Malaysia yang mana nanti saya share juga budaya-budaya yang macam kita rasa macam robot lah ya. So next. Boleh tak saya punya suara jelas ke tidak? Suara saya macam rockers, macam
Uh,
Awi. Okay.
jelas, jelas.
Jelas,
Loud and
okay.
clear.
Alright. Okay, what cultures are there in Japan? Japan ni macam Joyce cakap tadi lah, bathing culture. Diorang pagi-pagi tak mandi. Kalau dalam, if you are in the train, bau yang amat, pening kepala. Memang dia nak kejar train kan. Usually no shower in the morning, nampak? Diorang tak mandi pagi. So sekarang you tahu budaya dia, dia spray minyak wangi. So, tapi walaupun tak mandikan rambut tu kan kita berbau kan. Because dia orang nak kejar rush hour. Pagi tu train. Nak kejar kerja. The main important mode of transportation to work is the train. Tapi bila masuk tu you tengok dalam, you boleh tengok dalam internet kan, dia tolak-tolak punggung untuk masuk dalam, it's like sardine pack. Tapi macam-macam bau. Saya dah ada, saya kata ya Allah, cepatlah sampai. Kita tak tahan bau dia kan, sebab diorang tak mandi pagi. But they have a hot bath every evening. Bila balik tu barulah diorang mandi during summer. Diorang have a hot bath. And then satu lagi yang culture dia, eating culture. Kalau kita kat Malaysia ni marah bunyi gitu kan. Bila kita minum berbunyi, mak marah kan. Kat Jepun kena bunyi. Kalau you minum sup tu, bunyi kena bunyi. Appreciating to the food. Kena bunyi. Kalau tak bunyi, you tak, dia macam you menghampakan mereka lah. Chef kata you tak menghargai mi diorang tu, macam tak sedap. You kena berbunyi. Bila minum sup tu, kena ada bunyi. Menunjukkan you love the soup. You love the food, ya. Say word of appreciation when leaving restaurant. Macam dia kata tadilah. Irashaimase, itadakimasu. Kena ada sebutan tu supaya itu budaya mereka. Macam kita, Joyce kata tak ada cakap apa-apa dalam, kalau Jepun itadakimasu macam kita bismillah. Maksud nak mula makan. Itulah kita kata kan, budaya Jepun macam tu ya. Dia tak ada tu, tapi itadakimasu. Kalau masuk dia punya, if you go to the mall, irashaimase, selamat datang. Tapi duit tu memang dia orang tak ambilkan tangan, dia ada bekas ya untuk bubur dalam bekas. Duit tu transfer tanpa kena tangan diorang. Tu saya kata lebih Islamik kan, betul tak? Diorang lagi jaga kebersihan dan dia menganggap duit tu macam Tuhan lah ya. Okay, next. Okay, elevator culture at work. Macam kita elevator kan nak naik lift. Higher rank people stand at the back. Macam doktor lah. Doktor akan duduk di belakang. Lower rank macam kerani ke office boy, dia akan duduk di button tu untuk tekan that button. Nak pergi tingkat berapa? Tanya doktor nak pergi tingkat 5, tekankan. The lower rank tu akan tekan that button. Itu budaya yang tak ada kat Malaysia kan. Dia kat sana memang dia tahu bos-bos akan duduk di belakang, yang lower rank tu macam kerani ke akan tolong button tu, tingkat yang mana orang nak naik ya. Satu lagi trash. Ni yang saya rasa bagus di apply di Malaysia. Saya tengok di Terengganu sampah kan tak organize. Di Jepun, I stay there for 10 days with my daughter. Bila saya buang, kalau kata ada botol atau macam minuman ni, ada campur kertas dan plastik, you kena separate kan. If not, they won't throw for you. Categorize trash for recycling. Kalau kertas, kalau tin, dia akan organize, and then every sampah dia akan tutup dengan jala. If not, burung crow, Melayu panggil burung gagak, akan dig out the trash kan. Kat Malaysia saya tengok babi ada, anjing pun ada, sebab tak tutup dengan jala ya. Make sure plastic or carton box are clean. Dia tak nak kotor. You all kena bersihkan. Tu yang kata anak saya tu baik duduk kat Malaysia. Tapi sebenarnya it's a good exercise to organize trash. Malaysia ni saya rasa tak well organized on the garbage ya. Make sure before recycling, if dirty, throw as a combustible instead of recycle. Kalau kotor buang. Kalau bersih, kalau botol-botol air macam ni, make sure kalau susu you bersih-bersihkan dulu, baru buang dalam recycle bin ya. Okay, next. Ni culture yang kita patut belajar lah. Example of trash categories. Ni, how to separate, how to dispose. So, dia akan ajar kita ni, dia letak dekat dia punya garbage tu. Well organized. Macam juga di Hong Kong, pun dia budaya British. Bersih. Tak ada bau pun. Kalau kat Malaysia ni, itu kita kena belajar daripada negara-negara maju lah ya. Place in a container with a lid or the recommended bag. Dia ada bagi tu. Kena follow. This is very good kalau kita nak apply. Kat Malaysia ni memang sampah pun buang pada kereta, betul? Boleh sampai. Simpan sampah anda dalam kereta. Dah tahu buang je. Tisu lah. Mak ayah pun sama. Kadang doktor pun terlupa. Jadi tu. Kena ada budaya Jepun. Dia pada kecil from young. Dia train 5 years child untuk bring back the garbage. Dia bekalkan plastik sampah. Dia tak buang kat sekolah, tak ada tong sampah. That is good about Japan. Yang mana bagus, boleh ikut ya. Kalau budaya fake tu, tak payah ikut lah. So be ourselves. Tapi yang mana bagus macam ni, kita kena follow ya. Untuk kita sama-sama menjaga Malaysia yang lebih bersih. Dan kita adalah negara Islam. Negara Islam kita amalkan kebersihan. Betul? Kan? Alright. Next. Okay, communication culture in Japan. Macam hone, true feeling versus tatame, facade. So usually use tatame in the public and people that are not close. Dia pilih tu. Saya kata diorang ni macam fake ya. Dia pilih kalau di public dia akan cakap guna tatame. And then kalau not too close. While hone with close people macam bahasa pasal lah. Kalau lebih tenete tu dia bersama public. Kalau kawan you dengan I kan, dia cakap lebih close. Polite phrasing, putting self down, putting others higher. So tu budaya dia. Dia meninggikan darjat tetamu dan mendownkan, merendahkan diri. So this is how they communicate. Macam Joyce cakap tadi, they have to bow. Sometimes sampai 90 degrees kan. So yang mana kacau bos, dia akan bawa lagi. Kalau kurang, dia tak tinggi sangat lah. So this is how to putting yourself down to higher. Reading between the lines. So kena pandai baca dalam reading between the lines. Japanese tend not to say everything. So listener need to read between the lines. So that's why saya kata budaya dia never say no. Tapi sebenarnya dia tak nak buat, tapi dia tak pandai nak kata no. So kita pandai baca antara ayat-ayat tu. So kena pandai lah. That's dia punya communication culture in Japan. So saya kata sometimes fake lah kan. Dia benda ni dia tak nak buat, tapi dia tak kata tak nak buat. Tu contoh dia lah. So tu tak payah ikutlah. Be yourself. Okay. Right, next. Some of the famous festival in Japan. Okay, this is what my daughter duduk di sana. From her experience, memang saya kat sana, saya go for firework festival. Memang best. And then Bawang bau-bau ni dekat Penang ada buat. Tapi itulah, saya rasa culture menari je. Bukannya ikut agama dia. Sebab dia tak ada agama kan. Bawang tu tarian. Dia buat ramai-ramai kan. And then Mikoshi Parade and Pikachu Festival. Di sini, saya akan share 2 video. Maybe Tania boleh share yang video 2 tu. Yang on firework and Pikachu Festival. Memang diorang gila sangat Pikachu. Sampai diorang ada topi and bentuk lah. Okay, maybe Tania boleh share 2 MP4 tu. Boleh tak? Atau saya tak tahu boleh tekan kat sini ke tidak.
Sorry, we cannot play the MP4 videos due to
Cannot
some technical reasons.
Okay, tak apalah. So, but these two are very most famous festival in Japan. Because macam Joyce cakap tadi, umur 21 sampai 40 kan, yang ramai menggilai Pikachu. Macam kat Malaysia ni kurang sikit, tapi mereka memang suka Pikachu. So this is the most famous festival in Japan. Nanti kalau Tanya boleh share, or you can boleh buka dalam internet lah ya. You go for how firework tu memang stunning, very good design when they blow off at the on the ni clouds kan, memang cantik lah. Suka. Macam juga di Disneyland, di Hong Kong saya duduk 4 tahun, every night there will be firework. To one of the attraction di Disneyland in Hong Kong ya. Okay, right, next. Okay, boleh go next. Okay, this is ni lah. You boleh tengok ni yang saya cakap tadi in summer. This is the most famous festival ya, Pikachu tu. Tak tahu apa you all minat dengan Pikachu. Kalau firework saya minat lah. Bon Odori, dia menari semua sama-sama. Dan doktor pun belajar menari Bon Odori when I was doing my practical at Nippon Travel Agency. Saya buat practical di Nippon Travel Agency in Japan for 6 months. I was given task being guides and also tour leader bringing Malaysian to Japan, yeah, to from Kobe to Tokyo. So I have the experience, yeah. Okay, next. So ni tak boleh buka ya, tapi tak apa, nanti you all share nantilah. Okay, what is Japan known for today? As I know from now, my daughter gila anime, games. And then ada juga dia punya friends yang go for bawa my daughter under JPA scholarship. They were sent there for 4 years, and ada 1 or 2 student pelajar lelaki yang duduk dekat bilik main game, tak pergi kelas. So dia dah gila games. Jadi sampai ada seorang tu kena kenapa ya? Diberhentikan because terlalu into games. Tu kata main tu boleh tapi kena well organized. Sampai dia tak makan, tak pergi kelas, you know. Main game, sebab game dia macam-macam ya. My daughter memang dia juara games lah. I tahu you all semua main game juga kan. Enemy lah, apa benda, Final Destination lah. I don't know. But memang they are known for games ya, Japan animation. Memang gila lah. From my son, daripada Naruto baby sampai Naruto dah tua. Memang dia sampai itulah into it. Teknologi memang we know that. Dekat Akihabara, daripada sekecil-kecil kamera, sebesar-besar TV, semua ada kat situ. The technology is very good. Ada student kita yang lepas mekanik engineering kerja, tapi Jepun dia not really want to share the technology. So you kena pandai-pandai mohon technology transfer. It's very hard to get from them. And then tourist spot, memang I love to berapa kali 9 kaimo Daijobu desu. Pergi Jepun. Doktor insyaAllah bulan 1 ni pergi ke Korea. Ingat nak pergi Jepun, tapi because ada culture immersion. Kita ada student kat sana 6 orang, tapi sebelum ni ada 15 orang tak dapat pergi ke Korea sebab PKP kan. So they learn online. Jadi sekarang Korean University offer to have immersion culture for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So doktor akan pergi sebagai pegawai pengiring from January 8 until 12. So ingat dah pergi Jepun lah. Tapi Jepun dah buka dah dia punya gate. My daughter, my sister baru balik melawat anak yang belajar master di Tsukuba University. Jadi dapatlah jalan ke sekarang musim autumn nak ke ke apa, kesajikan, tapi sejuk lah, boleh lah. Okey, cantik. Jepun tu saya banyak kali pergi pun tak apa. Satu, bersih. Dan walaupun sungainya berada di dalam bandar, ada ikan dalam. Jangan terkejut. Kalau kita dekat bandar, apa yang ada dalam? Jawab. Sampah. Sungai. Dekat sana ikan. So doktor pun kata teruja. I'm very proud. They really take care of the sungai. Jadi kita ni nak anak cucu nanti kan tak jaga ya. Jepun memang jaga. Terkejut juga. Tengok-tengok ada ikan koi, ikan apa semua dalam sungai tersebut ya. So dia jaga. And then food. Doktor memanglah my daughter, my son, kalau saya buat puasa, buat sushi, habis sushi dulu. Kita makan sushi buka puasa. You all makan apa? Gitu. Memang kita suka makanan Jepun. And then kalau di Jepun sekarang macam Joyce kata, there's no problem. Dah banyak halal food. Dulu masa doktor pergi 1989 memang tak ada halal food. Doktor kena masak dalam toilet. Duduk hotel. Dia tak ada kitchen. Tutup lubang, masak nasi. Lepas masak nasi, masak telur, masak sup. Sebab tak ada halal food. And then sekarang memang because due to Olympic 2020 hari tu, every Japanese belajar dengan Malaysian government untuk buka banyak outlet yang halal. Dan setiap ramen shop ataupun udang ada disediakan bilik solat. Tu tak ada problem sekarang. So you all nak pergi berjalan, no problem. Dekat airport dia pun di apa? Di airport dia ada bilik dia panggil prayer room. So actually agama apa pun boleh sembahyang, tapi kita sembahyang di dalam bilik tersebut ya. So no problem. So this is what Japan today. They are looking for halal potential tourists to Japan. So memang dia follow. Ada hotel tu untuk pinggan mangkuk dia separatekan untuk Muslim. Kalau setengah tu kan dia campur kan. Kalau Muslim kau boleh tak campur dengan pinggan mangkuk yang mereka gunakan untuk non-Muslim ya. So this is how Japan today. So I'm very confident. Whoever Muslim that travel to Japan, there's no problem for halal matters ya. Okay, next. Okay, how do Japanese preserve their culture and tradition? That's why I said Jepun ni walaupun dia dah modern, satu dia masih anything they speak in Japanese. Macam kita dekat Malaysia, dia cakap Melayu je, jazz lalu. Kan? Nak cakap orang putih. Tapi bahasa Malaysia tu taklah di kedepankan macam Indonesia. Dia speak in Indonesian. Dia pun cakap Jepun. So this is how they preserve sayang kepada budaya dan bahasa. But of course, you have to know English because bahasa dunia. But also don't forget about bahasa Malaysia. Macam Jepun memang, you pergi mana-mana all in Japanese. Watashi Nihongo Daijoubu desu ka? Dia tanya kita. Daijoubu. Dia sukalah. Tapi sebenarnya diorang pun sekarang belajar bahasa Malaysia dan Indonesia due to business or invest untuk industri ya. They have to know bahasa Malaysia dan Indonesia or Brunei ya. Then early implementation education about the importance of collective stress. So mereka memang macam kita lah bersatu membawa mutu kan. Jadi kena bersatu untuk jaga budaya, culture dan bahasa. Kita kena macam tu. Ini saya tahu you have to speak in English because most of the references books are in English. But then kena balance. You can speak bahasa and also English ya. Tend to avoid from standing out from other. Diorang memang tak nak menonjol diri. That's why dia still orang kata apa, budaya merendah diri. Tapi merendah diri pun tak boleh juga. Tapi Jepun ni memang style dia macam tu untuk preserve culture and their tradition. Not selective on what they care for. Appreciative of everything, even mind. Dia memang appreciate everything lah. Kalau benda ni dia kata wah, Zanen dia senang, macam dia budaya tu dia appreciate sangat. Macam-macam tea ceremony ya. Minum teh je tapi ada cara dia pusing sana, pusing sini, bubuh air panas, lepas tu buang, bubuh. Dia jaga dia punya culture Macam kita ni kurang. Malu. Kalau yang lelaki nak pakai baju batik pun malu kan. So kita kena ada budaya, sayangkan budaya dan heritage kita ya. So active school clubs and competition for traditional activities. So macam saya kata tadi, daripada sekolah tu dia ada club. Club-club ni macam activate dalam competition, traditional activities, tea ceremony, kendo yang main kayu tu kendo, calligraphy tulis dia, ataupun origami, semua adalah. And then they respect for people and nature. So tapi yang dulu-dulu, yang baru-baru ni dah saya tengok dah macam banyak dah kurang ajar jugalah. Kan? Dulu memang dia respect yang older people, dia nature, dia jaga. Macam saya pergi dekat Jepun, nama tempat tu Saitama Camp. Jauh, dalam tu hutan je. Ikan dia tak, kalau kecil dia lepaskan. Macam kita kecil pun kita ambil kan. Diorang dia jaga nature. Nak jaga sebab nature tu untuk masa depan, our kids, our cucu, our cicit kan. We have to respect on the nature also. So that's why how the Japanese preserve their culture and tradition. Jadi kita pun harap di Malaysia pun macam tu. We need to take care of our budaya. Kita ada bahasa Cina, bahasa India, bahasa Melayu, Sikh. Jadi kita ada this culture yang menjadikan Malaysia truly Asia. That's why saya rasa untuk menjaga culture, preserve, kita kena ikut macam mana Jepun buat. Tapi ada yang negatif tu, janganlah ikut kan. Macam mabuk, dia very workaholic, lepas habis kerja mabuk. Tapi dia orang tak kacau orang. Kita mabuk 2 botol, kacau orang, kacau ni tumbuk orang. Dia orang tak. Dia orang kalau mabuk, dia tak drive. Dia akan naik kereta api dan duduk dan be themselves. Dia tak kacau orang. Macam kita mabuk bawa kereta. Siapa yang teruk, dia langgar orang. So tu budaya Jepun. Saya kata kita kena follow. Dia bila mabuk, dia tak drive. Kat Malaysia lagi dia drive, dia langgar orang. Tu saya rasa benda-benda ni kita kena belajar. We have to learn from Japan, yeah. So this is how you want to preserve the culture, sama macam Jepun, and also bahasa. So they're proud to talk in Japanese, but now most of them also learn English because they want to. Sometimes they went to meet us. I can speak English. Can you talk in English? Sometimes kita nak try kita punya Jepun kan. Tapi itulah kita kan ada cross culture. Macam your subject ni memang bagus. Kita ada cross culture. Kita belajar budaya Jepun. And then Jepun belajar budaya kita. Supaya this is why what Joyce said. Jepun one of the top 14 memang memilih Malaysia. Malaysia my second home. Saya salah seorang speaker semasa membuat promotion di Jepun untuk homestay. Saya jadi bagi ceramah how Jepun can stay for 10 years dengan menyertai Malaysia my second home. That's my job to promote. Masa tu saya bekerja dengan Tourism Malaysia 30 tahun daripada 1990 hingga 2019 sampai Mac saya berhenti. Saya mengajar 1st April 2011 di UMT. So student di UMT akan dapat share my experience yang 30 tahun di Tourism Malaysia untuk promosi East and North Japan, Asia. Mana saya jaga Japan, Korea dan China. China lah paling besar marketnya, yang mana melibatkan MH yang hilang tu ya. So masa tu memang tension. This is how we itulah saya rasa dah sampai 30 tahun saya rasa saya share dengan student untuk promosi tourism, and then I hope you all dapat take some of my talk ni sebagai motivation, because from diploma maybe you want to further into degree, after degree master, and then PhD. That's how I did. I graduated diploma in tourism administration, UiTM 1987. Ya ke? 87. Lepas tu saya ambil I took my degree. Masa tu tak ada tourism ya. BBA, Master in Marketing. Lepas tu I did my MBA. Lepas tu 2000 saya grad my PhD 2000 berapa 19. So this is how I now jadi lecturer, and I like sharing my knowledge, experience with you all. So last slide I think dah habis dah kot. Okay. Yeah. Arigato. Is there any question I willing to answer? If then you want to contact me, that's my email and my handphone. You can always WhatsApp if you want to ask more about tourism and also Japan. Yeah, because I dah pergi Jepun 10 kali, no problem. I can share my knowledge with you. Japan, are there any pengawas in their school? Dia macam kita lah, sama je sekolah dia. Tapi budak-budak Jepun lagi nakal compared to Malaysian. Budaya bully ya, di Jepun dan Korea kuat. Tapi memang budaya dia, tapi pengawas tu memang ada lah. Di mana sekolah pun ada. Ya. Okay. Lean Night Sky. Ni memang minat Jepun juga, gambar Jepun ni. Yeah. Okay, any more question? What is the most popular Western nickname for Japan? Maksudnya nama. Dia nama Jepun ni, dia still go for Japan ni nickname. Tapi diorang ni kadang-kadang ikut popular punya superstar, dia ikut je lah nama-nama tu. Tapi tak tahulah nama most popular Western nickname for Japan. Saya tak tahulah tu, tapi maybe you boleh wake up tengok dalam internet. Ya. Yeah? Okay, any more question? Tanya. Tapi diorang suka satulah budaya dia, dekat Harajuku dia akan pakai baju like doll, dengan makeup, jadi comel-comel. Itu dia punya attraction untuk pergi ke restoran dia pakai very cute dolls. Itu budaya Jepun di Harajuku. Harajuku tu tempat the youngsters go out for what they want to do, music. Kalau pakai baju macam-macam, makeup, tapi memang itu budaya mereka di Harajuku ya. Kalau Roppongi tu kawasan merah, tu you all jangan pergi. Itu bahaya. Pergi Harajuku, okay, how they want to express the youngsters punya kehendak di situlah. So Harajuku. Okay, right. Anything else? Sebagai seorang turis, boleh tak doktor jelaskan perkara do and don't sewaktu melancong ke Jepun? So, sebagai turis, Aisyah, saya kata dah, kalau you dalam train orang, kalau telefon tu, don't talk dalam train. Dia akan tegur you. And then kaki jangan letak atas kerusi. budaya dia lah, do's and don't. And then cakap jangan kuat-kuat kalau you duduk di rumah anak saya tu, tak boleh bising, jalan kaki pun kena slow-slow. Itu saya kata budaya dia macam robot. Kat kita boleh menjerit semua kan, diorang no, dia akan datang tegur you. So banyak do's and don't lah. So itulah, kalau boleh telefon tu jangan cakap kuat-kuat, memang dia tak bagi. And then macam Joy cakap, the things that you left, macam payung ke laptop ke, ya akan dapat balik. Mereka tak ambil barang orang. Jepun tu saya kata negara yang walaupun dia non-Muslim, tapi tindakan orang, amalan orang lebih Islamik daripada kita. Yes. How can marry to Japanese girl? Boy, saya pun suruh anak saya kahwin dengan Japanese boy. Dia kata dia malu. Tu rasa tak ada dapat lagi. Tu kan kata boleh dapat menantu orang Jepun kan. Tapi Jepun ni dia agak malu, tapi ramai yang berkenan dengan budaya Islam, mana yang kahwin dengan Indian, kahwin dengan Pakistan, ramai ya. Boleh je kalau nak penpol, saya ada penpol, kena sebaik saya tak kahwin dengan Jepun. Nama dia Futoshi-san. Tapi dia suka Malaysian sebab pandai masak kari. Kari doang manis, dia suka kari Malaysia. So itulah, kalau you ada pen pals, boleh kenal dalam internet, boleh je. Tapi kita cross culture lah. Kita ajar dia budaya Malaysia, dia ajar budaya Jepun. Nasi kandak. Nasi kandak tu tak ada, tapi there's a lot of Indian shop, Indian restaurant yang mana ada nasi biryani, naan, ya, tandoori. Nasi kandak tak ada, tapi kalau ada Malaysian restaurant tu mostly nasi lemak tapi dah versi Japan. Diorang paling suka roti canai Malaysia. Kalau kita buat promotion, roti canai will be the sold out. Memang mereka suka roti canai Malaysia ya. Okay, lagi soalan?
Well, I have
Ada
my
pernah
own
pergi
questions.
ada pernah pergi Jepun ke? You all?
No one. I haven't gone to Japan, but I am planning to go to Japan.
When?
When?
Ah.
When?
Now Japan just open their gateway, so you can go now. Before tak boleh ya, sekarang dah boleh masuk. Before only family can visit their family in Japan, but now dah buka, boleh pergi dah. No problem.
Yeah.
So
In the
hopefully if
future.
you want to go there, you just can contact me. I can be contact the contact in Japan. Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Okay.
And my question, I have my
Uh-huh.
own question.
Okay.
In Japan, are there any different uniforms? Like in the summer, we have this type uniform in school, or
Oh
in the
yes.
winter?
Yes, because dia ada 4 season, right? Summer and winter different. The rest tu okay. Cuma and then the colours. Kalau summer tu ada bright sikit, tapi kalau the winter tu colour dia kelabu-kelabu tak anjing gitu. Colour dia. Dia tak macam kita semua bright kan, diorang tak. And then bila season, kalau season winter habis, all the winter coat dia akan simpan dalam storage. Dia baju dia tak banyak. Macam kita baju melambat-lambat. And then diorang cukup-cukup saja. So Jepun tu macam budaya very hemat lah. According to the season. Tapi itulah, banyak juga belanja kalau ke Malaysia ni. Pakai beli fashion lah. Macam Lin kan suka fashion kan. Tapi diorang kena tukar lah. Kalau winter kena this kind kain ni. Kalau summer cotton or jenis-jenis yang untuk panas. Macam Joyce kata kalau panas memang panas. Panas dan kering ya. So itulah, tu kata kita blessed. Dekat Malaysia cuma kita ni heavy rain lah. Kadang-kadang ada monsoon kan. Tapi Jepun cuma kalau di Hokkaido -20 lah. Tapi sampai ke tulang sejuknya. Itulah. Okay, so ada lagi soalan?
Well, we have end.
Okay.
There are no questions anymore. Tak ada dah soalan yang nak tanya.
Tak ada soalan. Kalau
Tak ada
nak
soalan.
tanya, boleh je.
Dan kamu semua boleh contact Dr. Zaliha yang kita share screen tadi.
Okay.
Tak semua dapat nombor dia. Lepas tu, akhirnya kita dah sampai ke conclusion of Dr. Zaliha's presentation. We like to thank you. We like to thank Dr. Zaliha once more for answering those questions and for
Yes.
the excellent presentation.
Okay, all the best for your studies. And thank you, Tanya and Lynn and the team for inviting me to this session. And all the best. Bye
It
bye.
was a pleasure. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Same to you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Doctor. All right, everyone. We're now at the session of withdrawal for games. We have games right now. So, apa dah game ni? We are having lucky draw. So, you guys can what? Aja. Make sure to isi Google Form tu. You guys have you guys isi Google fill in the Google Forms that we provide for you. So in those Google Forms, we will list out the names that we will announce the winners in this lucky draw. So for in this afternoon, we will announce the winners in the lucky draw. So thank you for participating with us today in the webinar. I was supposed to say evening. My mistake. I am sorry. This evening, we will announce the winners in the lucky draw. So thank you for participating. This is the Google form. You can fill out your names and whatever it says. And thank you for participating. Have a wonderful day, everyone. It was a pleasure being your moderator for today. And good luck in your studies. Okay, bye bye, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.